Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Gurinder Singh Mangat, lecturer Production Engineering from Government Polytechnic Bathinda. Students, today I will discuss upon the topic basic statistical concepts of industrial metrology and quality control, subject of 6th semester. The first topic I will discuss with you today is inspection versus quality control. So inspection versus quality control. Inspection की चीज़ है, quality control की चीज़ है. So जिस तरह ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ कि जो inspection है that is process of measurement, as well as quality control is also a process of measurements to control the quality aspects. So the basic difference between both is nothing a big one, but there must not be a confusion within inspection as well as quality control. So quality control should not be confused with inspection. So inspection means checking, measuring, and material and components at various stages of components at various stages. So basically inspection is just checking or measuring of components at various stages. So this is basically belongs to the past one, when materials are to be produced, and then after production we have to check them or measure them. Or quality control is basically related with future, or we can say present or future, because quality control is inspection is part of quality control. When we have to make checking or measuring at this place, then if there is any deviation or any changes in the measurement, then we have to make a control mechanism. So the control mechanism is for future products or future components. So the basic difference in both is checking of produced parts and checking and quality control of future products. So this is the difference between production, inspection and quality control. So in brief, what is learned from inspection of a sample of product is that to ascertain whether the quality of product produced is within the norms, or in short the inspection quality of past production is ascertained, and in quality control quality of future production is regulated. So this is the basic difference between quality and control and inspection. So our next topic is about the quality characteristics. Quality characteristics. So quality characteristics की चीज़ ने basically की चीज़ है a physical or chemical property, a dimension or a temperature, pressure या taste है, smell है, या any other कोई requirement है. So this is used to define the nature of the product. So that is known as quality characteristics. So quality characteristics ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ sequence ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ activities ਦੀ sequence ਆ ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ show ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. So suppose there is a any quality characteristics any quality characteristics है. So सब तो पहला start हो रहा है from design point of view. So first system is design. So design ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ quality characteristics ਕੀ ਹੈ product ਦਾ, then design ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ, what are the different specifications. So, what are different specifications of a particular product. Then process engineering, the third concept is process engineering. In process engineering, what we have to do, process engineering means process planning, which operations are to be carried out under which sequence. So, these all the operations timings comes under process engineering. Then next is purpose, next characteristics is sequence is purpose. What is the purpose of the product to be or component to be produced. So, purpose and purchase. So, with the help of what have to be purchased for requirement of the component to be produced. Then next is instrumentation. This is the important aspect, instrumentation. So, instrumentation covers what are different types of instruments are to be used for quality control. So, next comes operation. So, operation comes on shop floor, and then after operation has to be carried out. Then next phase is inspection. So, inspection comes after operation. So, inspection, after inspection the next phase is sales. Next quality characteristic sequence is sales. So, after inspection the sales department comes into picture. After sales there is use of that particular product. So, how we have to use, what is the use of that product after sales. So, after use there is a again cycle completes and comes the information comes after use within quality characteristics towards design. If there is any change, then that change or any feedback, any requirement to change, that comes to design department. So, this is all about the quality characteristics. The other the progress of quality, now we can discuss with a spiral of progress of quantity. Then the next is spiral of progress of quality. So, spiral means we have to make a circle, a cycle which covers different activities, different progressions of quality. So, let we make or start from research. So, first phase of spiral is research. So, the activity comes under the quality is from research. Then after research the activity goes towards development. Then after development it comes to design. Research ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, develop ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Then after development we comes to design. After design the specifications are to be finalized. What are the different dimensions of a particular product? Specifications. After specifications the next is planning for manufacture. Planning for manufacture. So, this is the planning means what are the different operations, different materials which machines have to be used, what type of labor, manpower has to be used. So, this all comes under planning. So, after planning, then this is purchasing. The next topic is purchasing. So, what have to be purchased is different types of planning. With planning department, what are the requirements of planning department about materials, instruments, tools, etc. So, that comes under purchasing, that purchasing from vendors. So, after purchasing, the next part of spiral is instrumentation. Instrumentation. So, instrumentation comes the different instruments, gauges, etc. The requirement according to the planning of manufacture, then instrumentation department works under this, and after instrumentation then production starts. The next topic is after instrumentation production starts, then production ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਾਪ ਫਲੋਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ, then we have to control the production or process control, that is process control. Process control, then process control ਦੇ under ਕੀ ਹੈ, that under process control it comes inspection, inspection, then testing, inspection or testing, this comes after process control, and then sales and service. After inspection and testing, the quality spiral covers sales and services. So, this spiral starts from research, then development, design, specifications, planning for manufacture, purchasing, instrumentation, then production, and after production, when production starts, then we have to make a process control mechanism, then after controlling the process, inspection and testing is carried out, and finally sales and service. After sales and services, there is again the project comes research, or we can say feedback from the market or from the customer. So, this feedbacks again come to the development part, and in this way this spiral is going on. So, in this way, in upward direction, this spiral is going on continuously. So, this is the spiral of progress of quality. So, next is the objectives of quality control. The next topic we have to discuss is objectives of quality control, that is QC. Quality control ਦੇ ਕੀ objective ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ quality control ਕਿਉਂ carried out ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. So, which are the various objectives? First ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ objective ਹੈ, that's improve income, improve companies income. So, to improve the company's income by making the product more acceptable by the customer. So, this is the first objective. So, second is reduce cost. So, different costs which are engaged with production. So, the quality control has the tendency to reduce these costs up to some extent. And third is achieve interchangeability. Interchangeability. So important aspect है for mass production ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈ interchangeability is very much important. So to achieve interchangeability, quality control up to some extent is quite important. The next is fourth objective is to produce optimally. So to produce optimally with minimum price or minimum cost. So this is the fourth objective of quality control. The last but not least is satisfaction of customer. Satisfaction of customer. This is again an important aspect, an important objective of quality control. Then again is I have to read once again objectives of quality control. So first is improve the income, naturally the income of the concern, or second is reduce cost, different cost involved in production. Third is to attain interchangeability. Fourth is to produce optimally means production point of view, we can say, and the last one is to satisfy the customer. So this is also a important point and which comes under objectives of quality control. So next is cost of quality. So ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ cost of QC. QC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ costs ਨੇ ਉਹ cover ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ. So basically the cost of carrying out the company's quality functions are known as cost of quality. So quality carrying functions. So basically quality control 'ਚ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ cost cover ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ quality carrying functions ਨਾਲ related ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ cost ਨੇ, that comes under quality control costs. So American Society for Quality Control has recommended that quality costs to be defined in 4 categories. The quality carrying functions, the cost comes under 4 categories. First is cost of prevention. First is cost of prevention. Cost of prevention ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਆ, prevent ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ. So cost of prevention ਜਿਹੜੀ include ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ cost ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. ਪਹਿਲੀ cost ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਅੰਡਰ ਆਈ ਹੈ, cost of quality planning. Quality planning ਨਾਲ related ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ cost ਆ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਖਰਚਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, that comes under quality planning cost. So that comes under heading of cost of prevention. So second is process quality control costs. Process quality control costs. ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਕੈਨਿਜ਼ਮ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ for quality control point of view, then that process quality control ਜਿਹੜੀ cost ਹੈ, that comes under cost of prevention also. And the third is engineering, technical and supervisory cost of preventing reoccurring defects. So these type of costs also comes under cost of prevention. Next is cost of investigation, analysis and correction of causes of defects by quality control department. The other one is cost of investigation, analysis and correction of causes of defects by engineering departments. these all types of cost comes under cost of prevention. So second जो है साढ़े कोल second type of cost, that is cost of appraisal. So second जो cost the type है, that is cost of appraisal. So the second cost comes under cost of appraisal. So cost of appraisal covers receiving or incoming test and inspection, receiving or incoming test inspections, test or inspection. So ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਰਿਸੀਵ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ from incoming point of view, then the cost covers under receiving or under testing or inspection comes the heading of cost of appraisal. Then laboratory acceptance testing, laboratory ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਟੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, acceptance testing, that comes also under cost of appraisal. Then inspection of test, checking labor, setup for inspection and test, and maintenance and calibration of test and inspection equipment. So these all cost comes under cost of appraisal. Then the third one is cost of internal failures. Internal failures. So cost of internal failures ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ. ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸਟ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਵਰ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, that is cost of scraps. Cost of scrap ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ cost of rework and repair, cost of rework and repair. This also comes under cost of internal failures. Then other is cost of reinspection and retest, cost of reinspection and retest. So these costs also comes under internal failures. And the other one is cost associated with material review activity. So the last one is cost of material review activity. So this cost also a part of cost of internal failure. The fourth phase of quality cost is cost of external failures. External failures. So external failures ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ, cost of processing complaints for customers. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ cost cover ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. First is from customers. Customers ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕਸਟਮਰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟ ਹੈ, that comes under cost of external failure. Then cost of services to customer. Second is cost of service to customer. ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ cost of inspecting and repairing the defective items. So cost of repairing defective items that returns from customers. So this cost is cost of repairing or inspecting defective items returned from customers. So cost of replacing. The last is cost of replacing. So replace करना कोई तुसी piece बदल के दे रहे हो customer ਨੂੰ, that cost also comes under cost of internal failure. So again I will repeat the cost of quality control. ਕਿਹੜੀ cost cover ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ? Quality carrying functions ਨੇ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ cost ਸੀ, that cost comes under the cost of prevention. Second is cost of appraisal, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ receiving ਤੇ incoming test inspections and lab acceptance ਨੇ. और third is cost of internal failures, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ cover ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ cost of scraps, rework and repair, or cost of reinspection and retest, and then lastly cost of material review activity. And lastly the cost of external failure covers from the complaints from customers, the services given to the customers, and replacing the defective items, or the cost of replacing or repairing the ਜਿਹੜੀ defective items are, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ cost ਹੈ that comes under the cost of appraisal. So this is all about the cost. Now we have the statistical tools. The next topic is statistical tools ਨੇ quality control ਦੇ. statistical tools ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ? ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ basically 3 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ statistical tools ਨੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੋਂ first is frequency distribution. Frequency distribution, then control charts, and lastly is sampling tables. So these 3 components are statistical tools for quality control. So we have to first discuss about frequency distributions. So frequency distribution ਦੇ within ਕੀ ਨੇ? ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ frequency distribution ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ chance variables, then assignable variables. So these 2 types of variables comes under picture during the production. One is chance variable and other is assignable variables. So basically frequency distribution ਕੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ? ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਪੋਨੈਂਟ ਦੀ, ਕੋਈ ਜੋਬ ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤਾਂ suppose we have to make 100 parts, then what we see that not more than 10 or 15 parts to be of same size. So out of 100 parts there are a group of dimensions. So suppose we have to produce of size 20 mm, then there is a groups of 10, 5, 15, 20. So some parts of 9.9 size, some parts have 10 point something size. So different groups are to be produced. So this is because of chance variables as well as assignable variables. So the chance variables are suppose inherent variations in the raw material, that is material not entirely homogeneous, imperfections inherent in the design of machines or the manufacturing process, natural inaccuracies of inspection instruments, and feel, eyesight or judgment of production operators. So these all comes under chance variables. assignable causes ਜਾਂ assignable variables ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ? Suppose there is trouble in manufacturing process or improper operation of the machine, incorrect sequence of manufacturing operations, or room temperature that vary during the day in the different parts of the same room, and machines or inspection instruments worn out and in need of repair. So these are assignable variables, or we can say these are controllable variables. We can control them. Controllable, because these these are not controllable variables. So these two types of variables. So with this we can say inspection by variables and inspection by attributes. So inspection by variables